All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Gatekeepers Court, where the fandom meets the courtroom and your faves better come correct. Okay, I'm your host, Taylor B. I'm bringing you all the drama, all the receipts, and all the judgment that we can handle. Okay, so this week's case is very juicy, very messy, per usual. And so I came to prosecute. So let's begin with a recap of this week, or as we like to call them, our opening statements. But before I do that, I'm gonna open my wine. I got wine this time because apparently champagne don't like me this time of night. Cause see, I be recording like kind of late. Cause we gotta watch it at 2. And I be having other stuff to do after that. So I be having to record it like at night. Which I don't mind. But apparently the champagne did. So I just be like, okay. I'm just gonna do whatever, works best. And the wine has been working. So we back on the wine. Drinking some Cabernet tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour me up. Because we got some tea to discuss. And I'm gonna need a little drink. They were stressing me out this week. Especially, y'all know Vanessa. She running my blood pressure every week. That child. Vanessa be running up my blood pressure. Martin be running it up. Martin just don't care how he treat me. He don't care how he treat me. That man now. All right, let's get into it. That's good. I like that. What's that? Parker's Estate. Give me another one of those. It's a full body like taste. I mean, Cabernet is a full body taste anyways, but this you could taste kind of everything. And I know this ain't wine, weed, and whispers. But I'm telling y'all, it's everything that it says is in there. Like the blackberry, the cherry, let me see. Yeah, dark berries and pomegranate. You taste all of that. Mingling of clove and vanilla. All of this. Yes. I taste it all. So, I had a great palate, guys. I've over the years doing wine, weed, and whispers, I've gotten very skilled at tasting, the different notes and the different elements of a sip of wine or bottle of wine. I do the same thing with like whiskey and all that. Is there something on my neck? Oh, but yeah, I do the same thing with like whiskey and all that. I be like tasting different things in it, and yeah, girl, kind of a connoisseur. But we ain't here for all that. All right, let's get into our opening statements. So, Kat continues her investigation into Leslie and Eva. Okay, and I liked it more this week because she got more into the real, instead of being so obsessed and so honed into Eva, she was really just looking at the facts. And I'm like, see, that's why I like you. Wait, hold on. All right. Yeah, she was just looking at the facts. So I was really glad about that. Kat discovers Leslie's leather jacket from the accident. If I'm a criminal, and I'm not gonna say whether or not I am, but I'm saying if I'm a criminal, right? I just don't feel like I would have put that in. I don't know. That just didn't work out for me. Now, okay, yesterday's episode, which was Thursday, I came in 2 minutes late, so I don't know if it showed who put the jacket up in there. I'm gonna probably have to go rewatch that episode on Paramount. I should have been did it, but I didn't do it. So, but yeah, I don't know how that jacket got into the box for like the giveaway for the homeless. Yeah, I don't know how I got there, but I'm like, if Leslie really did put it there trying to give her the evidence, baby, that was stupid. So, but if Eva had anything to do with it, kudos to you, girl. But yeah, I don't know who would have done that and why. I don't know. But yeah, that's not something I would have did. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I missed a lot. Because, you know, the first, like, 5 minutes of Beyond the Gates, it's usually, like, super eventful. So me coming in even 2-3 minutes late, I probably missed a lot. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Eva takes the box with the remaining evidence from Leslie's closet. I'm very proud of her for this. Because I really thought she was in there, like, trying to beg for this woman's forgiveness again. Like, girl, don't make me punch you in the throat. Please don't. I don't want to be violent today, you know? But she wasn't. And I was so happy she had that spare key. I was like, okay. Look at you thinking ahead. Because before, she was not thinking ahead of Leslie. Like, she was leaving her in her room and doing all this. It gave very much unprepared. Okay? But now you coming prepared, and I like that. So, we're going to give you your 10s. Anita and Tracy discussed the reunion concert. I'm happy about it, obviously, because Anita wants it. But I do have a attitude because they just keep bringing up, like, where she is in life versus where they are in life. And it's like, the more that they talk about it, it really sounds like it's not Anita's fault. You know, like, they're mad at Anita for pursuing what she wanted. Like, you could have did it too. I don't know. Maybe I'm nuts. I don't know. But, sound like a them problem. Anyways, Tracy expresses her issues with Anita. Once again, like, I really feel like her issues with Anita are just issues with herself and with her own life. Like, okay, Anita has this, Anita has that. They're saying she stepped on them in order to get to where she's going, but I'm like, I'm not hearing how she stepped on y'all. Y'all just keep saying, like, you know, she was approached or whatever with promises of a solo career, and she just kind of went for it. And then she's saying she felt smothered in the group, and so that's why she went for it. It just really does not sound like she tried to hurt them in any way. It sounds like she was just looking out for herself, which is not a crime. You know, because I know, like, I've heard of, like, or at least, like, we've seen it on TV shows where they'll come to, like, the lead singer or the person who's perceived to be the lead and be like, hey, we're taking you, we're not taking them. Like, so it's either you or it's nobody. And you either gotta go or you, like, I don't know, you know? You either gonna go or you just, I would rather it be me that's successful than nobody. And I know that sounds selfish, but, like, would y'all rather have all three of us be in that position? Like, we wouldn't even be talking about a reunion concert if that were the case. So, don't get me started, child. Anyways, Tracy nudges Sharon to reunite with Anita. Sharon look like she gonna be a little wild card, girl. I'm ready for this little confrontation between them two. Because I feel like Sharon gonna air it out a little bit more. Like, Tracy wasn't really spilling all of the tea, you know? And I feel like that's why they call her the peacemaker, because she keeps stuff to herself, like, that she really wants to say. That's what it seems like. She one of them. Like, she'll keep it to herself because she wants to keep the peace. And that's why they call her the peacemaker. But she ain't the peacemaker. She the people pleaser. She need to get on that. Okay. Sharon shows up to Vernon and Anita's. Like I said, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for the tea to spill because I feel like Sharon got the tea. You know, like Tracy probably has some green tea, right? Might have been cold, might have been a little warm, lukewarm. You never know. But Sharon, she got the chamomile. Matter of fact, she got some ginger tea. Real spicy and whatnot. And it's hot. Yeah. We ready for you. We ready for you. Oh yeah, my bad. Smitty asked Martin to be more honest. We know he's not going to. Martin gets upset with Bill for throwing hints about Martin's past to Smitty. This wouldn't be happening had you been honest with your husband to begin with. I don't like that. Cause see, I had, my nerves got a little bad when I watched that because I'm like, as like a partner, nobody should be able to come up to me and tell me anything new about you. You should have told me. So don't be mad at Bill, even though Bill is a very easy person to be mad at. We don't like him. But you need to be mad at yourself for not being honest with your husband. And then when Bill throws the hint and you go and confront Bill, you still ain't honest about what's going on. It's like you don't want peace. He don't want peace. He don't want peace in his life. He don't want peace in his sleep. He just don't want peace. I don't know what to do about that, Martin. I really don't. But you gonna quit running up my blood pressure every week. That's what you gonna do. If me and Smitty gotta torture it out of you, then that's what we gonna do. But I don't mean that for real. Okay. Martin confronts Bill and imagines violence toward him. I was so upset about because first of all, I love violence in general and on movies, TV, whatever, but specifically in soap operas. Oh my gosh, it's so dramatic and amazing. Like, I was so ready for it. And I mean, yeah, we got a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Even though it wasn't real, we still got to see some, but I was very upset that it wasn't real. Because I want him to punch him in his throat. I mean, who don't want Bill to get punched? Who don't want Bill to get shoved or choked or whatever? Like, but somebody gonna be beating him up soon. Well, actually, he's beating himself up, but we'll get to that. Martin continues to keep secrets from Smitty because he is annoying. Bill puts more pressure on Tomas to reveal information from his former accusers' committee meetings. I don't think Tomas wants to do this. He keeps saying he's gonna do it, but then, every week he's not coming back with stuff, so I think that's on purpose. And I'm honestly very proud of him for it. So go Tomas. We love you. All right. Haley tells Bill that she is pregnant. Girl, whatever. Chelsea discovers that Haley is pregnant. She kind of stumbled upon it while they was talking about it. And girl, I completely understood why she was mad. I was like, see, this the temper tantrum I'm cool with. That whole temper tantrum she threw when Danny kissed Pam. I wasn't really with that. But I'm with this one though. So Chelsea and Haley have a short face off. I don't know who Haley be thinking she is. She be trying to talk to them like she just so menacing. Like, girl, ain't nobody scared of you. Girl, they wouldn't even serve you in that country club without your husband. It did one of the Duprees had to make them serve you. Don't nobody care about you. Okay, so Chelsea tells Danny that Haley is pregnant. Me personally, I wouldn't have done this because of the fact that like I get it. She was gonna find out anyway because they lived there in Fairmount Crest, and she was gonna see Haley with the possible baby bump because possible. But yeah, she was gonna see Haley with the baby bump at some point. Like, I get it. I get why she said something, but me personally, I just wouldn't have said nothing. Like, because one, it wasn't even your business, Chelsea. And that's how I feel. I feel like it wasn't even my business, let alone like my mama's. I mean, but it's more Chelsea's business than it is Danny's business because that is going to be Chelsea's sibling. So I get why she felt the need to say something, or I at least get why she was mad. But to say something, I just feel like that was unnecessary because it don't have nothing to do with Danny. Danny will never have to take care of that child. Danny don't have to do nothing for that child. Like, it has nothing to do with a Dupree anything. That's a Hamilton thing. So I wouldn't have told my mama nothing. I just would have let her find out how she would have found out. And I mean, would I like for her to find it out in a softer way, to soften the blow? Yeah, but I still don't think Chelsea needed to tell her. That's just my opinion. I wouldn't tell her nothing. I'm like, girl, my mama doing good. She enjoying her life. She starting her business. She hopping on Andre. Like, Chelsea don't know that part, but the point is, Danny's doing fine. She don't need that mess in her life. At this point, you the toxic one, bringing her stuff all about your daddy when she don't need to know nothing about your daddy. Anyways, Danny suspects that Haley is faking her pregnancy, and I completely believe her. Like, at first, I was just like, okay, Danny, like, we really gonna be in denial about this girl being pregnant. Like, obviously, her and your husband be getting it in. They married. Your ex-husband be getting it in. They married. So it's like, duh. But then I started to think about it. Haley does like to show off, and she does like to put things in the forefront. And, if she has proof of something, I would see her utilizing that, even if nobody asked her to. So why is there no ultrasound? Why is there no pregnancy test? Because, okay, you probably didn't go to the doctor yet. It's early, whatever. But why you don't have a positive pregnancy test or a picture of one? Like, you just pop up and you just like, I'm pregnant. That's strange. That is extremely strange to me. Knowing how she is and how she acts, this is the same person who basically manipulated Bill into inviting people who don't even like her to their wedding just so they could have an audience. She wants to be seen that bad. This is the same person who goes to the country club knowing people don't like her and don't even serve her, but is trying so hard to play a tennis match because she wants to be seen as his wife. Girl, I wish I would. Like, to me, it's like you want to flaunt your marriage everywhere, so why would you not want to flaunt proof that you're pregnant? Weird. Danny confronts Haley and Bill about Haley possibly faking her pregnancy. Okay, I do feel like this was unnecessary. However, I'm glad she did it, because when she told her exactly what she was gonna do as soon as she walked out that door, she did exactly that. And I'm like, if Bill looked over that, if he didn't see that, if he ain't clock it, I'm gonna punch him dead in his Adam's apple. Because why are you stupid? Like, don't be dumb. Just don't. This ain't the time to be dumb. Any other time you want to be smart, you want to be conniving, you want to be cunning, you want to do all this other stuff and be super smart, Bill, and super calculated, Bill. This is the time, Bill. Okay, this is the time for you to be smart, for you to have some sense. But I feel like you don't, and I'm gonna be mad. Okay, I'm gonna let that alone. All right, Haley tries to tell Naomi that she's pregnant. She's not your bestie anymore. Let it go. Like, what are you doing? We used to tell each other everything. Yeah, before you slept with my daddy, stupid. Ooh. Okay. Kat and Thomas realize that they don't know each other that well. Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm like, girl, ain't no way you don't know that man's sauce. He Puerto Rican. What? That blew me. But yeah, they don't know each other that well. But honestly, I think he has her more accurately clocked than she has him clocked. Cause he definitely thinks she's a spoiled brat and she's like all consumed with herself, and she is. She's getting to be different. We're getting there. We're making progress, but girl, as of now, today, yes, that's you. That's you. I hate it. We don't want you to we don't want you to feel bad about yourself, but that's my trying to feel bad but can't feel bad face right there. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. So Samantha sets Tyrell up for a study session with Jessica. This was cute. This was very cute. And then she use physics to like tell him that she likes him. It was really cute. And they kept kissing and stuff, and Samantha keep walking in. Girl, trying to bring them snacks. They ain't trying to eat. They occupied. They preoccupied. Their lips is occupied, girl. Leave them alone. Like, she knew that. Samantha just wanted to be nosy. I'm sorry. She just wanted to be nosy. And I feel her. Because I'm nosy too. I was definitely nosy when I was younger. I'm still nosy. Because let a neighbor make too much noise. Or shoot, I'm finna post up on the porch. It's a nice day outside. So I get you, Samantha. I'm nosy too. Okay. Tyrell and Jessica have an argument. Okay. I understand why Jessica was upset. However, I understand Tyrell being suspicious of her because we were all suspicious of her when she first came around. And although they're cute, the fact of the matter is, like, if I went through what he went through, just now, I would be thinking that too. Like, why all of a sudden you want to hang out with me now? Because we've been going to school with each other for a while. Like, you just came around? Suspicious. Suspicious. So, I think Jessica should cut him a little slack. I mean, I understand why it's frustrating for him to accuse you when you're just trying to show him that you like him, and I get it. But, friend, you're going to have to be a little bit empathetic here. He's been through a lot, and you were kind of at the center of it. So, don't beat me up. I'm just saying. All right. Derek and Ashley go on their first date since Derek moved out. I'm proud of him for moving out. It's the best thing that could have happened for them. Because I'm like, either y'all gonna get a bigger place or y'all need to move out. Me personally, I'm down with y'all moving out. Now, I don't understand why him moving out had to include him moving back to the frat house. That was stupid. I don't like that part. That annoyed me. Hopefully it's just temporary until he gets his own place, because I think he needs to experience that. I feel like every man needs to experience his own space, bachelor pad, socks everywhere, underwear all over the place. Like, every man needs to experience that. You shouldn't always have to live with a woman in order to learn how to live. You know what I mean? Like, you need to learn how to live on your own. And yes, at first, I'm pretty sure it's going to be dirty and it's going to look stupid. However, you're going to learn how to take care of yourself. And that's what I think a lot of guys need. But I digress. Vanessa and Joey get physically involved. We knew this was going to happen, but it still pissed me off. Doug notices Vanessa and Joey getting more cozy. Girl, he didn't do enough. He don't do enough for me. Like, I need you to bulk up at him. Like, listen, I just said y'all for work together. I ain't say all that. You know, I don't know. He gotta pay that debt though. I guess that's why he kind of cool and not really doing too. Cause they do like low key got an open marriage anyway. But I feel like he just kind of cool because he just like, I do owe this man a lot of money. Like, it's not a lot that I can do about that. You know, other than pay him his money at some point. So I ain't mad. I'm not mad. Whatever. Okay. Where we at? Oh, Leslie shows up to Ted's hotel room to talk about Eva and more. Girl, she talked about Eva for 2 seconds, and then it became, oh, we used to be in the hotel together, and Eva wants us to get back together. Just lying. Eva ain't never asked about y'all getting back together. And what is she, 5? Like, why would she ask that? I feel like Ted knows it's a lie. I hope he do. But he did entertain it a little bit. So I'm just like, I don't know if he know. But I hope he know. And he was just playing along. Because, you know, with crazy people, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to play along. You ain't supposed to act like you know what you know. Because they'll get set off and they'll do stupid stuff. You don't want that. So... hopefully that's what was going on, child. Because, you know, she's something straight out of a Lifetime movie. You cannot say anything that you know about her being nuts. Can't do that. Because you gonna get hurt. All right. Kat catches Leslie in Ted's hotel room. And I definitely understand why she was upset about this. Because, like, what's wrong with you? Like, you know, and it's like, you know what she is about, you know what she's capable of, and to be honest, you have no reason to be talking to her anymore. You have access to your daughter, like full access to your daughter. She's not able to withhold anything from you. There's no reason for you to invite her in your room. Like, if she show up to your room, call security. I don't understand why he's not doing this. It's like, it's making me feel like you might do have some feelings for this woman, because I would treat her like a stranger on the street. I don't know, like I just feel like you've been ignoring her all these years. I feel like that's what should still go on. What was he wrong for how he treated her? I absolutely believe so. But it was also 8 billion years ago. He was very grown. Very, very grown. So, I mean, it was wrong, but at the same time, it was so long ago, she should be over it. And if she's not, it's not Ted's problem anymore. Like, I'm gonna need him to be whatever Ted he was that treated her the way he treated her, and just get her out of the way. Like, I know that sounds harsh. I know it sounds cruel, but that's what needs to happen. So I don't know what you gotta do. I don't know if you gotta find your turtlenecks or what you need to do. They calling you T-shirt Ted on Threads, by the way. T-shirt Ted is nuts. Oh my god. At first it was new Ted. Now he T-shirt Ted. Cause turtleneck Ted was the previous Ted. Was Maurice Johnson. And so they calling the new Ted Keith Robinson. They call him T-shirt Ted. What is wrong with y'all? Like, the Gatekeepers are hilarious. I really hope that as a cast, they've just embraced us because we're foolish. We're foolish and we're funny. Like, I hope they love us because we love them. But yeah, I'm gonna need you to Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde it up. Which one was the evil one? I didn't read that story, guys. So I don't know. I just know of the concept. Let me see. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Yeah, I never read this book. Mild-mannered Dr. Jekyll, so Mr. Hyde is the wild one. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to bring out your Mr. Hyde today. Okay. Pam introduces Danny to Adam. Listen, Adam fine. And he got money. And he like, we ain't going on no movie, no dinner date. We finna go shopping. Boy, let me tell you something, Danny. If you don't want him, if you don't want Adam, I'm trying to be Eve, okay? Like, let me know. I know you got Andre and stuff, and you ain't really looking for no buffet right now, and I get all that. So, if you could just pass your plate to me. Yeah. All right. Andre tells Ted about Danny. I never envisioned it coming out like this, but I'm so glad it did. Because it's been time, for them to kind of reveal what's going on and see if they really want to go public. Because they've been talking about it for 5,000 years, but it's never really materialized until now. So Andre tells Ted about Danny. Andre tells Ted about Danny, and Danny tells Pam about Andre. So yeah, and Pam, first of all, didn't Pam low-key clock it anyway? She said that, and then she lied. And was like, no, that's just how photographers and models look at each other. But Pam low-key clocked it already anyways. But Pam looking so surprised is the funniest thing to me. I'm like, girl, you low-key knew. Oh my gosh. But yeah. So, I mean, this is not how I envisioned it coming out. Honestly, I thought Nicole was going to put it together. But she guessed at it. And then she was like, okay. Nah. That's the thing about Nicole, girl. She'll pick up a breadcrumb, and then she don't pick up no more. My girl, follow the crumbs. Get in their business. Like, if I went through what Nicole just went through, that's what I be doing. Just being in other people's business. It's healing. Just be in your sister's business, girl. I'm telling you, it'll help you a lot. But don't listen to me. I'm messy and I'm getting lit. Messy people in the process of getting lit, you shouldn't listen to them. Don't listen to me. Okay? Because I'm telling you, I'm only a therapist when I'm in session. So outside of that, expect me to be 100% fool. Because that's what I am. I'm a foolish individual. Don't listen to me. Okay. So Ted sends Nicole flowers with a sweet note. Okay, he a cheater. We hate him. Great, but this was sweet. And then him sending like the flowers that she low key had in her head when they was in Maui, and she put it in her head. Y'all, I'm kind of a romance junkie. Okay, I like stuff like that. Like when you bring back the nostalgia. Like remember when we first met? We was in Maui. And we was, we was watching the sunset, but I couldn't look away from you. And you had that flower in your hair, and you looked so beautiful. Oh, girl, the way I shed a tear. And I'm thuggish, but certain stuff do be melting my little heart, and that's one of them. Like, okay, for example, let me tell you how sappy I am. Like in the Titanic, when Rose was supposed to be getting on one of them little boats because they was sinking, and they was staying women and children first, and so Jack put her on the boat and was like, no, you gotta go. You gotta be whoever you gonna be and have kids and do all the other whatnot. And she was going. And then she was like, no, I am not leaving my man. And she jumped back on the boat. She jumped back on the Titanic. And he ran to go get her. He's like, Rose, what are you doing? And then he go kiss her. He's like, you so stupid, Rose. She's like, I ain't leaving you. It was so romantic and cute. Like, and I don't care what nobody say. I love the Titanic, okay? Not always arguing, oh my God, but she could have let him get on the thing. She offered. He's the one that said it was a bad idea. Watch the movie. So, anyway, but yeah. So, I'm kind of a romance junkie. All right. Well, now that we've laid out the facts, all right, it's time to take someone to task, take someone to court. Okay, so court is now in session. The docket is open, okay? So, on the docket today, we have Haley Hamilton. Haley is accused of faking her pregnancy. And I'm down with it. Like, I genuinely feel like she's guilty. Because like I said, there was no test, there's no ultrasound. We haven't seen nothing yet. They don't went back home. Because you remember she first told him at the country club. So I'm like, okay, maybe she just didn't bring stuff with her. But they've gone back home and there's no pregnancy test. Like if you don't want to carry it on you, you at least would have kept that in the bathroom or something, like just to show him like, oh my God, like, see, this is the first one I took. Like, I know a lot of women who do that. Because I know a lot of people be like, oh, well, they got pee on it. Like, but most of them, especially if you get a good one, they have like a little cap that you put on there. So all you got to do is just not touch the inside of it no more. So it's like, that's not even a problem. But she didn't keep it. Like, she literally... I'm like, just knowing who Haley is, I'm like, you would be parading around a pregnancy test, the ultrasound. You would have been ready. Like, I believe it. I don't know. And y'all remember Danny was like, she's gonna cry and she's gonna melt into your arms and she's gonna spend all this time like trying to prove to you or trying to convince you that, that she's actually pregnant. But she's going to basically do everything except show you the proof that you would need to see. So, and what she did when Danny left. Exactly that. So, okay. I'm not going to say she guilty or not guilty right now because we don't have enough evidence, okay? So, right now, we're going to request a continuance. Well, I'm the judge, so I'm going to grant a continuance. I'm still getting used to this job. Yeah, I'm gonna grant a continuance because we need to gather more evidence. So right now there will be no sentencing because we still gather more evidence. I'm gonna get Benson and Stapler on the job. They gonna clear this out 2 days max. Okay. So well, now that that's over, let's wrap this case up. It's time for the verdict. So let's see, my predictions and what it is that I see coming next. All right. So I think Bill, did y'all see the preview where Bill like kind of fell over and he was unconscious? I think Bill might be the one to end up in a coma. Cause y'all know that's like a staple in soap operas. Like that one person go into a coma and they usually come back. But yeah, they go into a coma for like a few episodes, the rest of the season, who knows? But they be in a coma. I think it's about to be Bill. I think it's about to be Bill, girl. And I think we'll wait till the end. But yeah, I think he gonna end up in a coma. I think Kat and Eva are gonna put Leslie away together because see, Kat got the jacket. And Eva has the rest of the stuff. The helmet, all the other stuff. Girl. Child. All right. I think Anita and Sharon will work it out. I think they're gonna work it out. I just think it's inevitable. Like, because first of all, it's an opportunity on the table. Let's just start there. So I think even if they don't end up like kumbaya besties again, I think they're still gonna end up working it out for the sake of the opportunity. So, but we'll see. I think Smitty will put on his FBI badge again to get Martin's tea. I mean, I know he wasn't in the FBI for real, but I'm just saying he's gonna put that badge on and he's gonna get the tea. And I'm gonna put mine on right along with him because, girl, I'm so sick of him lying to us. Like, he lying to us, me and you. I don't like that. So, I take offense to stuff like that. So, whenever you ready, you let me know. All right. Haley, I think Haley really might be faking. Like, now that Danny has put everything into perspective, like, I think Haley might be faking for real. So, I think she's faking. And I honestly think that Bill's hospital stint might reveal it. Because if y'all remember, he was talking about abstaining during the pregnancy. And, like, think about that, y'all. They don't even tell you to start doing that until the woman is, like, way bigger. Like, in the second trimester, beginning of third trimester. Like, and that's if they do tell you to do it. Like, every couple is not told that. So, y'all, why was he saying that? I'm thinking he was trying to make sure, like, oh, you not trying to get pregnant after you told me that you were pregnant. Like, he's trying to make sure, like, you not trying to say it and then, you know, get pregnant out of nowhere or after the fact. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I think he thinks, like, you just told me last week that you weren't. And now you're telling me this week that you are out of nowhere. And so I'm trying to make sure that you're telling me the truth. And so that's why I think he even brought that up. But now that he's about to go into the hospital, probably in a coma, that's going to reveal that she's not pregnant. Because you can't hop on nobody in a coma or unconscious. Even if that is your spouse, baby, that's rape. So you can't do that. So I feel like, but she is his wife. So that's another thing. If he does go into a coma and they don't know whether or not he's going to come out of it, they could be like, well, we could take a specimen so that y'all can make embryos just in case. Because I've heard of stuff. Well, okay. What I've heard of is people like getting cancer or something like that, and they'll freeze eggs. I don't know if I've ever heard of like people taking a specimen, whether it's sperm or egg, when somebody's in a coma. I don't know. But I'm just spitballing here. But I think, above all, his hospital stint is going to reveal that she's not pregnant. Because again, it especially if they don't offer that whole like let's take a specimen thing, you can't hop on him. He not conscious. So now you just gotta be pregnant. But if you're not pregnant, boom. Yeah. So I think this is coming together perfectly. And he ain't gonna be up to defend her either from all the BS that's going on. Cause they gon' once they figure out that she ain't showing what she supposed to be showing. I feel like Danny is gonna be funny too. Danny gonna be like, "Oh, I'll take you to your appointments." Like, she's gonna be gathering evidence. Like, she gonna be like, "Yeah, I'll take you to your appointments." Oh, that's fine. I can't. So she gonna follow her and see if she's actually going to appointments or is she faking it. Mm-hmm. And she gonna figure it out. And you know she be breaking in that house all the time, so she might even break in the house and find nothing. And that's gonna like really make her feel like no, she's not pregnant, because you would at least at 2 or 3 months you at least gonna have some ultrasounds. So if she don't have none. But yeah, I think Bill going into the hospital is going to reveal that she's not pregnant. And I might be thinking like way too far into it. Might be trying to write my own storyline, but but that's how I do. That's how I do. Like, that's my overthinking, but like in somebody else's business, not mine. But anyways, that concludes this week's session of the Gatekeepers Court. So remember, court may adjourn, but the judgment lives on. All right. Until next time, stay safe, stay shady, stay sharp, and stay tuned. Bye, y'all.